Drifting alone in the void, she was ready to fade. Captain Elara Myles floated in the cold wreckage of the Talon 7, the once proud exploratory ship now a twisted graveyard of metal and memories. The explosion had been sudden, the cause still a mystery, though in the end it hardly mattered. Communications were down. Life support gone. The emergency beacon had flickered once, then died. 3 days in the dark, with nothing but the stars and the sound of her own breathing. She'd recorded her last log entry yesterday. It felt dramatic at the time, leaving a message for anyone who might one day find her drifting corpse, but the silence that followed only made it feel hollow. No one was coming. She curled tighter in her suit, eyes scanning the endless black. Hunger was a dull ache. Thirst worse. But it was the loneliness that truly bit into her. Space was never meant to be quiet. Ships always hummed. Crew always talked. Even in sleep, the ship breathed with you. Now, there was nothing. Until the signal came. It was weak. A faint blip at first, almost imagined. Her HUD flickered. A ghost transmission. Then it came again. Clearer. Stronger. Unidentified distress beacon. Reply if you are receiving. Her heart stuttered. She blinked hard, staring at the readout. The coordinates were ancient. Deep space sub-bandwidth no one used anymore. The voice wasn't from any official channel. But it was real. With shaking fingers, Elara routed power from her suit's heating coil to the comm array. A gamble, she'd freeze faster without it. But if she didn't answer, what was the point? This is Captain Elara Myles, stranded, requesting assistance. There was silence. 1 second. 5. Then. Elara, you're alive. Her breath caught. That voice. It wasn't official. It wasn't from a rescue ship. It was personal. Who are you? She whispered. You don't remember me, do you? The voice was soft. Male. Familiar. 18 years ago. Vega 6 outpost. You saved me. Her mind turned, sluggish. Then, a flicker. A boy. Barely 15. Injured. She'd been a young officer then, helping evacuate a colony that had suffered a reactor breach. She barely remembered his face, just wild hair, frightened eyes. That was a long time ago. Not for me, he said. I've looked ever since. Scanned frequencies no one bothers with anymore. Hoped I'd hear your name again. Her throat tightened. Are you nearby? Close enough. I'm on the Meridian Echo. It's not a military craft, just a retrofitted scout. But it'll get us both home. Elara laughed, an unsteady, breathy thing. She wiped tears from her helmet's visor. You came all this way, for me. You saved me once, he said simply. Now it's my turn. It took 2 hours for the Meridian Echo to reach her. In that time, the signal between them never broke. They talked about Vega 6, about life, about what had come in the years between. His name was Cale Renner. He'd become a deep space scavenger, part technician, part explorer, chasing forgotten signals and old satellites. A nomad of the void. Some called me crazy, he admitted. Said I was chasing ghosts. You were, she said softly. But this one talks back. When the docking tether finally clamped onto her escape pod, the relief almost knocked her unconscious. The airlock hissed. Warm light spilled in. She fell into it, into arms steadier than her own. Cale caught her. I've got you, he said. You're safe now. She looked up at him. Older than she remembered, of course. Sharper. Stronger. But the eyes were the same. Gentle. Grateful. You found me, she whispered. I never stopped looking. Cale's ship was small, but alive. The hum of functioning systems felt like a symphony. Elara shed her suit slowly, shivering as warmth returned to her limbs. He made her soup. She laughed again at the simplicity of it, how something hot, salty, and real could feel like salvation. She drank slowly, savoring every bite. "You still think you're fading?" he asked, watching her. "No," she admitted. "But I was. I really was." He nodded. "That's what the void does. It makes you forget you're real." She looked at him. "How did you keep going?" Cale shrugged. "I remembered you. That day. You didn't hesitate. You ran into fire for people you didn't know. That kind of thing sticks with you." She shook her head. "I was just doing my job." "No," he said. "You were doing more. You were showing me people are worth saving." She set her bowl down. The silence stretched, but not the same kind. Not empty. Full. Heavy with words unsaid. "I didn't think anyone would remember me," she said finally. "I did," Cale said. "And now you're here. You made it." The journey back to the nearest station took 3 days. This time, Elara didn't count the seconds. She slept. She ate. She read old logs Cale had stored, strange, beautiful things. Poems, messages from other drifters, music lost to time. They talked about everything. And sometimes, nothing. The third night, as the ship cut silently through the stars, she stood at the viewport beside him. "I used to believe space was freedom," she said. He nodded. "It is. But freedom's not the same as peace." She glanced at him. "You sound like someone who's been lonely a long time." "I have," Cale admitted. "Until now." The way he said it, it didn't beg anything of her. Didn't demand. It was just truth, offered gently. Elara turned back to the stars. For the first time in years, they didn't seem so cold. When they docked at the Azurite station, she stepped onto the platform with unsteady legs. Medics were waiting. She submitted to the exams, the debriefings. The fleet wanted to know what happened to the Talon 7. There would be reports. Investigations. But Elara was done being a ghost. When she emerged from the med bay, Cale was still there, leaning casually against the wall like he belonged. "I was afraid you'd vanish," she said. "I don't do that," he replied. "Not anymore." She walked up to him. "Close." "I don't know where I go from here," she admitted. Cale smiled. "Anywhere you want. I've got room on the Echo." She laughed. "You're inviting a decorated fleet captain onto your junker." "It's not a junker. It's a ship with a story. Like you." She looked at him for a long moment. Then nodded. "All right. One ride." They left the station that same night. This time, Elara didn't feel like she was drifting. She wasn't fading. She wasn't alone. In the silence between stars, they found something new. Not rescue. Not duty. Just each other. And that was enough.